and welcome to midday of Wednesday. And we are wrapping up the month of August, getting ready to go into the Labor Day weekend, starting September. Holy cow, does time go fast or what? I'm telling you. So today I wanted to come in and talk to you a little bit about how important it is to have the follow through. And the follow through meaning on your intentions, on your desires, on your goals. I'm Melissa Kirkpatrick, the coach that you've been seeking but didn't know that you needed. So I wanted to offer you some more support in this Facebook group. So what I'm talking about today with the follow through is when you set the intention, you have the dream, you have the desire. If you're not following through with what your intentions are, or even setting an intention, or doing a follow up to what you set out to achieve, be, do, or have, then you're probably not going to reach your goals ever, or as easily as it could be if you really think about the follow through. So recently I have aligned with some business partners and we have created this Empowering Her and these events that we're offering. We're getting ready to have our Small Business Expo, which will be on September the 24th here in Cincinnati at the 21C Hotel. Recently, earlier this year in May, we had the Empowering Her Women's Health Expo, which we had over 500 people in attendance. We had over 60 vendors. We had food, we had lunch and learns, we had free headshots, and we're duplicating that again for this small business. So we'd love to invite you to be there, and I'll drop the link below. But this is where I'm going with all of this follow through lessons that I'm learning in my own journey, because I recognize how easy it is to say, hey, I want to create something big. I want to do an expo. I want to find the business partners. I want to invite the people to be a part of this. I want to get the sponsorships and things like that. And what happens is that's all clear and very attainable, but the follow through is then what comes to the road where it becomes a little bit harder or more challenging. And that's where we recognize that we are constantly evolving and growing and changing as a human. But even with our work, with our relationships, with our money, we're always evolving and changing on a daily basis, because our thoughts are running the show, and the thoughts are what control what action that we take. So I talk a lot about raising your vibration, feeling good, because in a higher vibration is where you're really going to find the alignment with what to do next and feel good about doing what it is that you need to do next. When you're in that low vibration and you're feeling sad or you're feeling down or you just feel exhausted, it's where things don't go as planned. That's where you start looking. It's almost like a magnifying glass. Well, I don't feel good, and this is all the shit that doesn't feel good to me, and this is all the things that are happening to me. But when you're in that higher vibration and you're feeling good, you're like, yeah, that happened and this happened and that came about. There's the difference. And I know if you think about it, you probably have experienced this every day at some point or the other. So riding that wave and knowing that the follow through is key is the important part of saying, am I following through with what I set out for my intention today? So when we decided to do these expos, the flow of the energy was high, the vision was clear. We started taking inspired action. And then as we moved forward, getting the no's or not getting the response, not getting a call back, those kind of things started happening. It starts to bring down that vibrational level, like, oh my gosh, here's the ego coming up telling me, what were you thinking? Who do you think you are? You can't do this. You're not smart enough, pretty enough, tall enough. Like all of those things start rushing in. And that's when we start going, well, maybe I shouldn't have done this. And we start getting on that other side of falling back instead of falling through. And so I talk about stumbling blocks and getting, using the stepping stones or finding ways that you can instantly shift your energy from negative to positive. It's hard to be both. It's hard to be negative and positive at the same time. So change that thought to what brings you joy, what brings you happiness. Maybe just going outside and standing in the sun or putting your feet in the grass, maybe looking at a picture of a loved one. It could be listening to music to raise your vibration. Or one of the things I just recently did is I went back through my calendar since January and I wrote down all the things that I did, all the events I attended, all the speaking engagements I have, all the clients I've worked with, all the out of the blue things that I didn't even expect that came about, the invitations that came, like all of those things lifted my spirit going, damn, Melissa, you're doing some good work this year. You're really putting the effort in, you're doing the follow through. And so why would I want to change that? But again, life happens, situations and circumstances happen. And when we get into that frame of mind of like all these things that are bad, that are happening, that I can't control, that doesn't feel good, that makes me want to crawl into bed and pull the covers over my head. I have to really get into alignment with that. And the follow through in that piece of it is just knowing that I've been here before, I've experienced setbacks, I have survived my worst days, and I know it's just a matter of getting the clarity. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes you got to set yourself in timeout and start thinking a little bit about like, what is this experience bringing for me? What is it that I need to know from this? How can I manage this? What does it look like? Is it really the worst thing that can happen? Is it something I can do differently, or someone that I need to have a conversation with? Like, just get really clear instead of letting it fester and letting it just bring you all the way down, because we know the deep depth of being down and depressed and not feeling good is really sometimes hard to come out of because it becomes deeper and deeper. And then we start attaching it to past experiences, reminding ourselves, and then that had happened, and this had happened, and I remember when I felt this way. So try everything to either let it come through one ear and out the other of your thoughts, and then start aligning with, but what are the good things? What are the good things that are going for me? What are things that have happened that I kind of forgot about, or I didn't remember that had happened? And then just put your eyes back on that vision board, back on that clarity, that reason you're doing what you're doing is because you want to get to that next level. You want to get that next relationship or more income or expand your business or leave a job. Those are the things that you know in your heart you trust. And in my drive plan, it's about first you got to desire it first and receive it at the heart space. And then you implement ways to get there, visualize the outcome, and then you will evolve into that next version. So keep that in mind the next time you're thinking about you're not feeling at your best, you're struggling to get past what you're doing, circumstances, situations, you're feeling sad or alone, you just don't know what to do next, and just start thinking about the good things in life. You're still here, you're watching this, you have the technology to watch this, you have the eyes to see it, you have the ears to hear it, and you're doing the best you can with the circumstances and situation that you have, and it will get better. I promise you it will get better. And if you need support, this is where the guidance of the support, we've always had support in our lifetime. From the time we were born with our parents and siblings, and then we go to school and we have our teachers and guidance counselors and our principals, and then all the coworkers and the bosses, and like we are always being supported, friends and family. It's calling in that support that you need. But believe me, when you can hire a coach and that coach can help you with a non-biased opinion to help you speak out, tell the truth, be honest with yourself, get the clarity. It's amazing how you start tapping into the knowingness, how you kind of tap into the soul. And the soul wants you to know that you're here on purpose. You have great things to offer. And if you continue to get up every day believing and trusting in that process and following through with the steps and the intentions, you're going to get there sooner than later. So don't let another 6 months, year, 2 years, or decade go by before you actually step into that zone of genius or that opportunity that you know is out there. You are here and ready to get that support. So if I can help you in any way, please direct message me. I do 20-minute conversations so that you can get some more clarity. Like, do I need a coach? Do I just need to act differently, do something differently, have the follow through? What's the plan of action? Maybe you don't even know what it is that you truly desire to have in your life. Maybe you're kind of at a crossroad. Do I retire? Do I quit this job? Do I start a new job? Do I get a side hustle? What do I do? And I help individuals do this all the time. And I do it for myself, and my coaches help me see the clarity and provide the support so that I can make a very strategic plan on what it is to do next in order to go forward with this dream, this desire, this vision of what this next level of my life looks like, either in my business, my relationships, and my financial state, and my health and wellness. So it's all there for the asking. All you have to do is just say yes to you, because investing in yourself is the most important and valuable thing that you can do, because no one can take away anything that you invest in that educates you, that makes you a better person, that makes you stronger, that allows you to align with that soul connection so that you can really start living your best life now. So I don't want you to wait. I want you to do it now. Again, I look forward to seeing you in a conversation. Just direct message me and we'll have that. But for now, if anything comes up, drop it below. So that's all for today. Have an amazing day, and we'll talk soon.